Several months ago, we all watched with kind of awestruck, with sadness and even anger as the bodies of the women on the Westside were discovered, and we watched that play out during this entire year as a real tragedy for not only our community but for their families and what their wishes and hopes that their family members would come home, but the not knowing where those people were in the meantime has been very difficult for those families. But in addition to the human toll that was taken and the toll on our community, I think this pointed out, and we agreed in our task force, some various obvious and simple ways that we can do better to ensure that people are tracked when they go missing in our communities. That people who fall through the cracks for whatever reasons, whether they're living on the wrong side of life, whether they are elderly people, whether they're young people who may be involved in run away from home and just go missing, we need to do a better job of tracking those people. And that's why we've come here today to talk about our new effort on missing persons. We're announcing today a comprehensive and centralized missing person law that will tie every law enforcement agency in New Mexico together under one umbrella when it comes to reporting, tracking, and information sharing that is vital to tracking missing persons in New Mexico. The Missing Persons Information Reporting Act will create a missing persons clearinghouse at the Department of Public Safety where all missing person information will be kept, and it will be accessible to every state law enforcement agency, whether it's a local municipality, the Sheriff's Department, or our state Department of Public Safety. It will combine the information in multiple local and national missing person lists in one central database. This is one of the first and most obvious things that came to light as we brought people together to figure out about how are we going to track missing persons. And what we learned was multiple lists kept by different jurisdictions leads to confusion, overlap, and really inefficiency and inability to use it correctly. It will allow for more accurate tracking of missing person statistics, and it will also provide something very important: enhanced and uniform training to local law enforcement on the handling of missing person reports. And it will serve as a single point of contact and repository for the media to go to gather and disseminate missing person information in the most timely fashion in New Mexico.